peace be upon you, and may God's mercy and blessings be upon you. You, chosen by Allah, who bear the scars of silent battles and sleepless nights, listen with your heart today. This message is for you, the one who has endured trials that very few can understand, a trial that most would flee or abandon. You have passed the most difficult, that steep mountain that separates the weak soul from the purified soul, doubt from certainty, fear from deep faith. And yet, you are still here, standing, despite the violent winds and storms that try to shake you. How many thought they saw the end and gave up? How many turned away at the slightest difficulty, letting their faith waver in the darkness? You persevered. You are a chosen one, chosen by Allah for a destiny beyond human understanding. What you are experiencing today is not just a painful passage, but a divine test, a fiery forge where your soul is tempered and purified. Every tear shed, every sincere prayer, every moment of patience has built within you a spiritual fortress. This fortress, though sometimes invisible to the eyes of the world, is seen and recognized by the one who never sleeps. You are on the threshold of a profound transformation, where the light of Allah begins to pierce the dark clouds of trial. Don't be fooled by the apparent slowness of change. Remember that even the hardiest seeds take time to take root in the earth before rising majestically toward the sky. Your heart, even in pain, is preparing to open to an unprecedented spiritual flowering. Allah's promise is clear. Those who persevere in faith, love, and submission will be rewarded beyond anything their minds can imagine. Billions of blessings await you, wealth that is not just material, but spiritual, inner peace, clarity of mind, and success in this life and the hereafter. You are not alone in this ordeal. Thousands, perhaps millions, are walking this same path, but only 0.01% manage to see the light at the end of the tunnel. You embody that light. Do not let doubts distance you from what your heart knows to be true. The ordeal, although difficult, is a sign of Allah's love for you, for no one is given more than they can bear. So open your mind and soul to this truth. What you have been through has transformed you, and what you are about to receive will take you to heights you have never imagined. The road is difficult, but each step brings you closer to this immense reward. Prepare to welcome this new phase with faith, humility, and gratitude. Allah, in His infinite wisdom, has chosen you, not to break you, but to crown you. It is this test that makes you truly chosen, a purified servant ready to receive the billions of blessings the Almighty has reserved for you. Never lose this vision, for it is the light that will guide you in the days ahead. And now is the time to understand what this trial truly meant. Many experience difficulties and are content to endure them. But Allah has allowed you to go through them so that you may understand a message that few can hear. This trial was not there to destroy you, but to awaken what was most precious in you. Your connection with Allah, your sincerity, your heart stripped of all illusion. For yes, the most intense trials come to those whom Allah loves the most, to those whom He has chosen to bear a burden that others cannot bear. How many times have you asked yourself, why me? Why so much suffering, so much waiting, so much loss? Why this apparent silence while your heart cried out in the night? It wasn't abandonment. It was a process, a refinement, like gold purified in fire so that it shines brighter. Allah never left you. He watched your every step, noted every beat of your heart and every tear shed in the secrecy of the night. And while you may have doubted your strength, He knew exactly what He was building within you. He knew this pain would become your momentum. He knew this weight would become your ascent. And now you're beginning to feel it. Take a good look around you. Things are changing slowly, but they are changing. Your heart is stronger, your vision clearer. You see the world differently. You understand that chasing the world is an illusion. You feel that true success lies in the pleasure of Allah, not in the approval of men. You realize that you are able to cope, not because you are strong on your own, but because Allah has made you strong through trial. And here's what many fail to see. Those who emerge, transform from the ordeal, receive blessings of another level. Not common blessings, not crumbs of goodness, but an unimaginable abundance. For they have proven themselves capable of receiving without corruption, of succeeding without pride. And this wealth, this barakah, is rare. That is why only the chosen have access to it. You are on the threshold of this phase. The doors are beginning to open. What you had lost, Allah can restore. What you never had, Allah can give you with a single word, with a single decree. But He waits until your heart is ready to receive it without turning away from Him. Most people want the reward without the struggle. They want the blessings without the patience, the open doors without walking through dark corridors. But Allah does not give His light to those who flee the night. He does not give His knowledge to those who seek only comfort. He chooses His special servants, and He trains them as a master trains his champion. This is not harsh treatment. It is a mark of love, a sealing of election. And now that you have survived this, you must walk with more faith, more serenity. Don't turn back. Don't fall back into the chains of fear, doubt, or worldly addictions. What you've been through has purified you to receive a sacred trust. Your vision of success will now change. You no longer chase after what others desire. You move forward toward what Allah has prepared for you. You no longer seek to be seen. You only want to be accepted by the all-seeing One. You no longer want to please the crowds, but to find favor in the eyes of your Lord. Remember this truth. When Allah tests you, it is not to deprive you. It is to better entrust you. When He closes a door, it is because He is preparing a wider portal. And this portal is near. You already feel it. You perceive it in your heart, in the signs around you. This is no longer the time to hesitate. This is the time to stand up straight, raise your hands to the sky and say, Ya Allah, I am ready. There is immense wisdom behind every trial you have faced, even those you never understood. Allah, in His unlimited knowledge, never placed you in these situations by chance. Every moment you doubted yourself, every moment you felt abandoned, every silence from heaven, every prayer that went seemingly unanswered was a page in the secret book of your divine formation. You were not abandoned. You were being built. Allah was not breaking you. He was revealing you. He was shaping you in the invisible, where the eyes of the world cannot see, but where the light of your soul was beginning to be born. And now that you have crossed the valley of pain, look at what you have gained without even realizing it. Your heart is no longer the same. It is more attentive, more receptive, less dependent on the world. You no longer seek validation from others, because you know that only Allah knows your truth. You no longer chase the noise of the crowd, because you have learned to love the silence in which Allah speaks to you. This silence that once hurt you has now become your refuge. You now know that it was not a void, but a sacred space in which Allah deposited His wisdom. What most people run from, emptiness, loneliness, uncertainty, is what you have learned to embrace. And that is why you are different. You are no longer shaped by the standards of this world. You are shaped by divine light. You have become a servant refined by trial, ready to receive responsibilities that only the chosen can bear. For indeed, Allah never gives a great trust to an unstable heart. He does not entrust his spiritual and material riches to those who have not been tested by difficulty. And you have been tested. You have been emptied of your illusions. You have been broken of your attachments. You have been exposed to yourself in the nakedest truth. And now you are ready. Ready to enter a new reality. A season where Allah uplifts, gives, restores. You haven't gone through all this for nothing. The pains of the past were the pains of childbirth. You are now giving birth to a purer, more aligned version of yourself, more rooted in certainty. And this is what most will never see. They want to skip the stage of stripping away. But it is in this stripping away that light descends. It is in the losses that you have made the greatest gains. Closeness to Allah, a deep understanding of your being, an inner independence from the world. You are no longer worth your weight in gold, you are worth your weight in light. Now you will understand why so much was taken away from you. It was to avoid weighing you down. You could not climb carrying everything you thought you needed. Allah relieved you. He cleansed you. He separated you from what would hinder your ascent, even if at the time you experienced it as an injustice. Today, you realize that it was a deliverance. You understand that it was in this void that He dug a greater capacity to receive His gifts. He emptied you to better fill you. He starved you so that you would feel the sweetness of His sustenance. He took away certain voices from you so that you would hear His more clearly. And now, take a good look at what is beginning to present itself to you. The signs are there. Doors are slowly, subtly opening. The right people are appearing. Opportunities that were never available to you are becoming closer. Inspirations are flowing into your heart. Ideas you never even dreamed of are being born in your mind. This is no accident. This is a divinely orchestrated moment. You have survived the spiritual winter, and you are entering a spring where everything will blossom. But remember this. This spring is not to distract you, it is to serve you. It is not here to flatter your ego, but to remind you that all abundance comes from Allah and returns to Him. Stay connected to what you have become. Stay true to the depths you have reached. Don't return to old patterns. Don't fall back. What you have become after this ordeal is sacred. Protect it, cultivate it, develop it. And above all, never forget to remain humble. For Allah only elevates those who remain prostrate within, even when they are standing upright on the outside. You are on the path of the chosen, and this path is noble. It is rare, it is demanding, but it is blessed. And you are already far ahead of those who are content to chase after what the world offers. Keep moving forward. For true wealth, the one that no one can take away from you, is already descending upon you, silently, with the delicacy of divine mercy. You know, there is a moment when the heart understands without hearing, when the soul sees without the eyes opening. It is that rare moment when Allah grants you a lucidity that the world does not know. A lucidity that does not come from reasoning, but from spiritual intuition. And that is precisely what you are experiencing right now. You may not be able to explain it to those around you. You may not be able to prove it, but you feel it as an inner evidence. You are emerging from a tunnel that has changed you forever. You are no longer in the stage of confusion. You are in awakening. Allah has torn you from your old life to show you that true life begins only when we stop seeking ourselves in illusions. And now that you have survived what others would not have endured, even for a single day, you must understand this. It is not the result of chance, nor simply of your strength. It is the fruit of Allah's favor upon you. He chose you to experience what few people are capable of enduring. He saw in your heart something that deserved to be polished, strengthened, enlarged. It was not a question of punishing you, but of preparing you. And today, you no longer have the right to doubt yourself, nor your future. for your future is already written in a light that only you can carry. And every step you take now is charged with an immense responsibility, that of not returning to the smallness of what you were before the ordeal. Do not betray yourself. You have seen what it is like to live in confusion. You have seen what it is like to cling to things or people that Allah wanted to remove. You understood that every loss was not an end, but a redirection. And now, look at what this has produced in you. Greater clarity, a peace that no longer depends on circumstances, a commitment to Allah that no longer unravels at the slightest storm. This is true wealth. It does not shine like gold. It shines like patience. It sparkles like certainty. It radiates like willing submission. And what you must understand now is that this transformation you have experienced is rare. Few people ever see their pain through. Many stop along the way, resist change, flee loneliness, return to toxic attachments. But you remained standing, or at least you remained prostrate. And that is why Allah is raising you up now. He hasn't just made you stronger, He's made you more capable. Capable of receiving greater things. Capable of being a channel for guidance. Capable of representing a light in a dark world. You were chosen to serve, not just to survive. And that mission begins when you fully accept that your story was not a mistake, but a divine calling. There are billions of opportunities, blessings, encounters, projects, even material riches gravitating around you now. You don't see them all yet, but they are there, attracted by the new frequency of your soul. You vibrate differently, you speak differently, you think differently. You can no longer remain invisible in this world. What you have become after the ordeal attracts the gaze of those who seek the authentic. And even if you remain discreet, your light can no longer be hidden. For what you carry comes from above, not from you. But don't be in a hurry. Allah's blessings always arrive on time. They are never hasty, but always precise. Keep walking with confidence. Keep purifying your intention. Keep working on your heart like a gardener works his land. For what you are about to receive is directly related to the quality of your inner being. If your heart remains humble, Allah will take you into circles you never imagined. If your heart remains sincere, He will place in your hands what others pursue all their lives without ever attaining. But if your heart deviates, then even abundance will become poison. Remember that the chosen are not those who have everything, but those who have Allah when they have nothing. And now that you are about to receive more, never forget how you began. Alone, broken, lost. This memory is your strength. It is what will prevent you from becoming arrogant. It is what will remind you that everything is grace and nothing is owed. And the more you remember this, the more Allah will increase your share. For he who knows how to give thanks, even in silence, attracts the secret of the greatest openings. So move forward. The path is open. You no longer need to convince anyone. What you have become is your proof. And what you will soon experience will be your testimony. The billions that await you are not just an image. They are real blessings, manifesting according to your level of sincerity, service, and faith. Stay aligned. Stay at peace. Stay connected to Source. And the rest will come to you with precision that leaves no doubt. There comes a time in the life of an elected official when silence speaks louder than words. That moment when you no longer need to explain your pain or recount your struggle. You simply look back and see everything you've been through. And deep down, you know it wasn't nothing. You know you could have collapsed, disappeared, turned away. You know you were on the edge, between two worlds, between two realities. And yet, today, you're still here, stronger, more aware,
more at peace. Even if everything around you hasn't changed yet, something fundamental has been rewritten inside you. Your outlook on life is no longer the same. Your relationship with the world has been purified. You no longer seek to please, you seek to be true. You no longer seek to possess, you seek to understand. You no longer chase appearances, you walk toward the essence. And this transformation is precious, for it is the fruit of a secret covenant between you and Allah, a covenant that no one else can truly grasp. What you went through wasn't meant to destroy you, but to detach you. Detachment is a word few understand. We often believe that losing is being punished. But in reality, sometimes losing is being purified. Allah took away what you believed was essential to show you that what was essential was Him. He confronted you with your limits so that you could discover His power. He left you alone so that you would understand that you were never abandoned. And now that you've internalized this, now that your heart has softened, now that your tears have washed away your illusions, you can finally receive what you were truly meant to carry. A mission, a direction, a light that cannot be bought, an inner voice that knows its worth. There is divine wisdom in every event, even in those you didn't understand. Perhaps you were cast aside for a long time. Perhaps you felt excluded, forgotten, invisible. But this withdrawal wasn't a rejection. It was a divine retreat. Allah kept you apart to prepare you, to forge you, to fill you with what this empty world doesn't offer. He educated you in silence. He polished you in the shadows. And today, He gently brings you back into the light, not so that you will be seen, but so that you will be useful. You are not called to shine for yourself, but to enlighten others. And this sacred fire within you, this wisdom born of trial, is your true wealth. It is this that attracts blessings. It is this that opens doors. Never minimize what you've been through. Don't let anyone make you believe you're weak or that you've wasted your time. Every sleepless night, every painful prayer, every tearful silence, every moment of surrender has built within you a strength that even the angels gaze upon with awe. And this strength isn't seen in muscles or words. It's seen in steadfastness, in your ability to remain upright even when everything called you to bend, in your faith that grows even without immediate reward, in your heart that continues to beat for Allah, even when everything seems to be slipping away. You have reached a point where your mere presence in this world is a reminder. You are living proof that one can be reborn after being broken, that one can move forward without understanding, that one can love without receiving. You are the manifestation of a silent verse, proof that Allah's help is real, discreet but profound. And now that you are here with all this experience within you, all that remains is for you to take one step, the step of gratitude. Not gratitude from others, but gratitude toward the one who has never abandoned you. Be grateful, cry if you must. Prostrate yourself without words. But feel that deep gratitude that opens the heavens. For Allah has seen you. He has chosen you. He has kept you. And now He opens a new season for you. What you have been through is behind you, but what you carry is before you. And what you carry is heavy, precious, heavenly. You did not suffer to return to the starting point. You suffered to ascend. You were not broken to be thrown away, but to be lifted up. Keep this thought in your heart. Allah elevates those who remain sincere. And you have become one, even without wanting to, even by stumbling, even by shouting sometimes. Because despite everything, you have remained with Him. And that is enough for Him to send down upon you blessings you have not even imagined yet. There is a truth that many forget in the tumult of this world. Once you have passed through the flames, Allah never brings you back to the same place. He does not allow you to return to your former little life, to your old perception. You can no longer see as before, Think as before, dream as before. You have become someone else, shaped in secret, in the invisible. The most difficult test you have borne has not only changed you, it has sanctified you. There is within you a silent wisdom, a light that does not cry out, but that illuminates. This is the sign of those whom Allah has tested with love. For yes, even if it seems strange, the love of Allah is sometimes manifested through fire, through emptiness, through lack. For it is in this lack that you encounter Him without distraction. It is in the absence of everything that His presence becomes evident. Many want billions, success, open doors, visible blessings, but few want to be purified. Few understand that what you receive will only be tasty if your heart is ready to receive it. Allah does not give His chosen ones what they ask for in a hurry. He gives them what they need at the exact moment their soul is ready to bear it with justice, with gratitude, with wisdom. And you, chosen by Allah, have arrived at that moment. You may not see it yet. You don't necessarily feel the results. But you are already in the phase where things are changing. You are in the invisible realm of immense change. The kind of change that doesn't make a sound at first, but which transforms a destiny forever. Don't look for outward signs. Don't look for an explosion. Sometimes, the beginning of a huge victory begins in a whispered prayer, in a silent tear. The world won't immediately see what Allah is doing with you, and that's by design. For He wants to distance you from ego. He wants your faith to be rooted not in looks, but in certainty. A peaceful, stable, inner certainty. You don't need people to know. You need to know that your Lord has never looked away. You need to remember that even when you doubted yourself, He never doubted you. He supported you even when you fell. He kept you even when you cried. And today, He shows you that nothing was in vain. There are blessings that arrive quietly, yet they turn a life upside down. You receive them quietly, but you realize that nothing will ever be the same again. An opportunity you no longer expected. An encounter that changes your path. An inner peace that nothing can explain. These are the signs that heaven has begun to respond. Not because you did everything perfectly, but because you held firm. Because you didn't betray your heart. Because you chose to move forward even when everything told you to give up. And Allah does not forget this silent faithfulness. He elevates it. He honors it. He rewards it in ways no one can predict. So do not doubt, even now. Even if you are still in a hazy moment, do not let yourself be trapped by the noise of the world. Remember that great victories are often prepared in silence. Great destinies are forged in patience. And great rewards are reserved for those who know how to wait without turning away. You are one of them. You are one of those whom Allah loves with a hidden love. Not spectacular, but deep, powerful, lasting. You may not have measured it yet, but you are emerging from the valley of trial to enter the field of blessings. You have crossed the threshold. You are no longer in the test. You are in the harvest. But this harvest will not come without responsibility. For now that you have grown up, you will have to convey. Not necessarily with words, but with your posture, with your calm, with your detachment. People will look at you and not always understand how you manage to remain steady, to not panic, to not rush. They will not see the story behind your gaze. But you will know. You will know that every peaceful breath is the fruit of a struggle, that every simple decision is the result of long divine training. And it is this awareness that will make you a silent guide, a witness to Allah's mercy, a living reminder that the Lord is faithful even in the thickest darkness. Don't let the old you come back. Don't let that peace be stolen from you. You're stepping into a new version of yourself, one that's aligned, centered, and upward-facing. You don't need to run anymore. You don't need to prove yourself anymore. You're already chosen, you're already loved, and you're already on your way to what billions can never buy you, the satisfaction of the Most High. And sometimes, it's that satisfaction that attracts billions, not the other way around. Allah places abundance where the heart is purified. And if you're still here, after all you've been through, it's because your heart is ready.